When talking about the grooming gang scandal, we are usually pulling from documents which are about a decade old at this point. We're looking at the J Report, the Child Sexual Exploitation Statistics Group. We're also looking at various communiques between Michael Gove and the social services. And now in 2020, we have more survivors of this abuse coming forward than ever before. And it's clear that many in politics see this as a historic issue. It's a historic failing, not something which is going on at the moment. Well, I have a story for you today about one Ellie Williams, who was abused yesterday. That would be the 20th of May 2020, for those of you watching in the future. Her story is harrowing. This is going to be a short video. I don't want to apply too much of my own commentary on it. I don't want to politicise her story too much. But what I will do is I will read you the social media post that she put out yesterday, and I will show you the extent of her abuse. And I just hope that it reinvigorates the desire in the people who are watching this video to really hammer home to your MPs, to support various projects in your local area, as well as wider efforts to publicise the fact that this abuse of children, which we know reached record numbers last year, and that's just the reports, 19,000 children abused, and to keep this in the public eye, because it is the most important tragedy, I would say, of the past 50 years. This is her social media post. I think this is the hardest post I'm ever going to write. Last night I went missing, as some of you may be aware, as my sister shared it. Sorry for concerning people. I'm safe now. I didn't want to share this because I'm scared of the judgment that will come with it. It's why I keep quiet about what has happened to me, but people have asked me to tell my story. When people have asked why I have had a black eye or bruises, I've made every excuse, from falling over to banging it on a door. I didn't want to share this, but people need to know about this local and very real issue. People need to be looking out for young girls and protecting them. If me sharing my story helps raise awareness and helps just one person, then it will make this worthwhile. Yesterday, I was put into the back of a car, taken to an address to have sex with 3 Asian men. Afterwards, I was beaten because I was in debt to these men for not attending parties, in quotes, for over 7 weeks due to coronavirus. The organisers of the party decided to beat me to teach me a lesson. Then they decided that I don't learn from being battered, as I've received beatings before, but still continue to make the same mistakes. So they decided to try and cut off my finger. They then continued screaming in my face, waving a knife around, and saying they would kill me. These are evil yet clever men. They know how to manipulate, convince, and threaten girls into staying. When they can't, they use extreme violence. I used to believe that these people loved me. I realise now that they used me for their own gain and profit. They have beaten me on multiple occasions, sometimes for no reason at all. They have given me drugs to the point I was nearly addicted to heroin. They have stripped me naked, beaten me, and dumped me in the middle of nowhere with nothing. I mean nothing. No money, no phone, no ID, no clothes, no shoes, nothing. They did this once in winter, where I got found with bad hypothermia. They broke my ribs, many bones in my face. They have split my ear, cut my throat, attempted to cut my boobs and nipples off. They have carved words into my body, branded me with letters. They have dislocated my elbow. They have stabbed me. They have burnt me and used me as their ashtray to stub their cigarettes out. They have beaten me black. I have had a bleed on the brain from a head injury, lost vision in one of my eyes from being smacked so badly, and now I've had my finger cut. They have put lit petrol rags and threatening letters through my letterbox. They have followed me home, tried to drown me, strangled me, and they stalked me. They have had guns that they waved around and held to my head. They have abused me in every way possible. They have emotionally abused me, calling me every name. It got to the point where I was being abused all the time and being hit and hurt weekly. I am incredibly lucky not to be dead already. I thought that the only way I could escape this life was to marry one of them, to get pregnant, or to kill myself. I used to laugh these situations off, Pretend like I was invisible and I would always be okay. There's only so long you can pretend everything is all right before you break. I did, and tried to kill myself to escape. I lost all my self-respect, and I didn't actually care if I was killed, because at least then all this would be over. I know now that this has gone too far and everything is not okay. I have scars across my body that won't go away, but even worse, I have memories that won't disappear that I can't forget. There have been years of me being trafficked to places across Manchester, Yorkshire, Lancashire and Cumbria, mostly Leeds, Huddersfield, Oldham, Preston, Blackpool, Lancaster and Morecambe. I have also been to other places as well as attending parties locally in Barrow. This is to have sex with Asian men, with me receiving nothing for it. I am not the only girl in Barrow who has gone through this, or is going through this. I know plenty of girls involved, including girls from away. This is local men and men from away. They are mostly Pakistanis, and some are business owners. I wish I could name all those involved, but due to current ongoing investigations, I am not allowed. I have spoken, and it was the scariest thing I have ever done. My world completely turned upside down, and I was a grass. And it's been so hard dealing with all these beatings, making excuses and covering things up. I know this is only a temporary stage, and once this is done, I will feel the biggest relief. I will continue telling the police everything I know, and helping them to fix this. I will get the justice I deserve, and I will be so proud of myself. I want to encourage any other girl to go to the police and speak, and also remind them that this isn't a normal life. She goes on to give advice to other victims and to parents and others around to notice the abuse that she was going through, but I won't read all of that. I'm now going to share with you the photos that accompanied that post. They are harrowing, but I think they are important to share, noting that this is an abuse account which has been going on, from what she says, for a long time, and this abuse was just last week. Thank you.